In this video, I will show you guys how to design this church flyer in CorelDraw. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. And without any further ado, let's jump straight to the video. Over here, guys, these are the stock images we'll be making use of. All right. So if you look closely, you can see I've taken out the background of these images. So we're going from this to this. All right. And we're going from this to this. So I'm going to put the link of all this in the down description below. For those of you who don't know how to take out background in Photoshop and in CorelDraw, please go and check out my previous videos. All right, so let's jump straight to the video. All right, this is CorelDraw, guys. So welcome to CorelDraw. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to change your paper size. All right, so the size we'll be making use of this for this flyer is 10 by 10 inches. And if you come over to this notepad, all right, these are the write-ups for this tutorial, and this is the font which we'll make use of. So to change your size in CorelDraw, what you're going to do is locate your property bar over here, all right, and make sure your unit is at inches. You can call it drawing unit is at inches. All right, this is inches, millimeter, pixels, point, pixels. All right, so a lot of them. So if you select inches, you come over to your page dimension and type 10. Enter the second line, type 10, and press enter on your keyboard. All right, enter is the biggest key on your keyboard, biggest but not the longest. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to come over to your rectangle tool. Remember, if you don't know how to use all these tools, please go and watch my beginners class to understand every bit of what we are doing here. All right, so right out, basically what you're going to do now is double click on your rectangle tool. Double click simply means you have a mouse, you have the first click and the we have the left click and the right click. All right, and we'll have a scroll button in between. All right, so double clicking means you're going to use your left button, all right, on your mouse, left button on your mouse. If you're using a mouse, all right, if you're using the mouse on your keyboard, we'll have, there's a bar there, you're going to see, just double click on it, or basically double tap on your mouse on your laptop keyboard or whichever. So once you double click on it this way, this rectangle tool will bring itself to this frame we have here. As you can see, it is used to draw square rectangle by dragging in the drawing window. All right, so right about that, what we're going to do is remember, before you start designing in CorelDraw or before you start designing anything, all right, make sure you understand the brief. It is very, very important to understand the brief. All right, what I mean by brief is the details of what you want to design. Basically, if you look at this, you'll see that we'll have the theme as new sermon series. That is basically the what this flyer is all about. It's a church flyer. Do you understand? So now what you're going to do is understand the brief, new sermon series. All right, the series, let's cut that out. Then we're going to focus on the new sermon. All right, you know what sermon is, so you can Google it and understand why I'm using this particular theme I want to use for this design. All right, so that is why I brought this pulpit. All right, is it called pulpit? Yeah, pulpit with the Bible to depict sermon. All right, so we have this open curtain, is like an ancient open curtain kind of, you understand, to depict the new sermon. When you open a curtain, whatever you see there is the details. You're like, whatever you're seeing there is what you're going to see. Do you understand? So that is why I brought in these backgrounds to explain the theme of this flyer. If you don't understand, that means you're not subscribed. Right about that, what we're going to do is import our stock images. But before we do that, if you drag this to the very side of this window, you're going to see that we have a black stroke. We call it the black stroke or an outline. That is the name. Do you understand? All right, keep asking me questions. All right, so to remove this, what you're going to do is go to this tab here and right click on it. All right, so you'll see that this black stroke or an outline is out. So you're going to press letter P to bring it back to frame. All right, I'm just explaining that for you guys. Do not design without removing that black stroke. All right, so that's why when you print your, when you have that there, when you print your design, you will see a border, like a black border around it. That's why it's there. So it's not good for your design. Do you understand? Now we're going to import our stock images. So to do that, come over to your file, locate import, shortcut is Ctrl+I. All right, so this dialog box is going to come up asking you where do you want to take me to. So we're going to go to our folder here where we have all this. So I'm going to just select every bit of what we are going to work with. All right, select everything. All right, select everything, then click on import. Click on import. All right, then basically drag, click to drag. All right, drag and drop here, drag and drop till you have the final one. You can basically click on what's it called again? You can click on enter key to just drop them. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to bring in this background, scale it up this way, put it to this side. Then I'm going to use my mirror tool over here and mirror it, all right, horizontally this way. Now I'm going to use the my cursor or my mouse to drag this to this part. Then I'm going to scale this up this way and take it in a bit. Then I'm going to select my shape tool. You can see there's a line here which shows that this thing is very, very wide. So I'm going to just select this, reduce this way, and that is it for that. Then I'm going to right click to place it into the frame, because if you look closely, you will see that this thing is going out of frame. Do you understand? If you don't understand, you're not subscribed. All right, so this is actually going out of frame. So to make it fit into the frame, you're going to power clip it inside the rectangle which we created the first time. Do you understand? Now you're going to right click and select power clip inside. Power clip inside. I'm not going to repeat myself again. Power clip inside. Then you're going to see this arrow pointing, asking you where do you want to power clip me to. So you're going to point it to the frame, right? Then click on it. Now you can see that's taking itself in there. As simple as that. As simple as that. Remember, don't ask me questions if you're not subscribed. Drop me a comment if you don't understand in the comment section below. All right? And for those of you who need CorelDraw, please come to my DM on IG. I'm going to give you the link to my drive. All right? So right about that, what you're going to do is you're going to bring in this background and scale it up this way. Now you can see it is kind of looking blurry and kind of datey in there. So what you're going to do is you're going to blur this background a bit. All right, since I discovered this feature of blurring background, like my design pattern have changed. You understand? I'm giving you some hacks. Now go to Effect, select Blur, select Gaussian Blur. Why am I blurring it? Some of you will still ask me question on that. Now I'm blurring this background because I don't want to see this datey things on it. Let me just, you can see it. Just look closely, you'll see it. You can see all this datey stuff. So look at the before and look at the after. Just as simple as that. All right, you guys owe me a coffee for that hat. You understand? So now just increase it. You can use my settings. All right, use my settings. You can use 16.0 pixels. Then click on OK. Now right about that, you're gonna right click and select power clip. Then place it into this frame. Now everything is still not arranged. So right click on it and select edit power clip. All right. This video might look fast because you are not subscribed. If you're subscribed, you understand. Thank you. Now you're going to use shift plus page down to take it behind fill. Do you understand? Shift plus page down. That is very simple. So you're going to just scale this out this way. All right. So once you scale it up, Once you scale it up, scale it up again. Then once you do that, what you're going to do is you're going to come over to this mirror and mirror this way. And that is it for that. That is it for that. You have nothing much to do. Now what you're going to do is click on finish and leave that to that. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to bring in this guy. All right, this guy, this pretty guy, scale it up. And once you do that, use Control plus X for former current Twitter X, Twitter X, capital letter X, not S, X. Do you understand? Use Control plus X or Command X to cut that background, to cut the background. All right. Keep looking at me while I explain and you don't understand. All right, right click and select edit power clip to go into the frame. Now you can basically use Control plus V to paste it. Do you still want an explanation on Control plus V? Control plus V is paste, to paste it. Copy and paste. If you don't know this one, you can't know how to design. All right, so moving forward, select the transparency tool, come over to your mesh mode, or you can call it the blending mode. I call it the blending mode because it blends background. Do you understand? Now click on it and select. Make sure you're selecting your transparency tool. Remember in my beginners class, I told you guys, every tool in CorelDraw have its own bar. You won't understand if you don't watch that video. Go and watch it. It's the first video on my channel. All right. So right about that, click on soft light to soften it. Now you can see the before and you can see the after. You can see the before, you can see the after. Now you can see that sparkling. Anyway, you can see that. I don't need to explain. So right about that, what you're going to do is I'm going to basically select this, then use Shift plus page up to bring it forward. Right about that, this is what you're going to have. I'm going to click on finish over here, and what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in this pastor. He's a pastor, he's a man of God. All right, so we're going to scale this up this way. So once you scale it up, bring it that close, right click on it and select power clip, place it in there. Now if you look at this image is going off from this background, like is going off. I know some of you will just leave it like this and send it to your client and ask for approval. How do you want me to approve this when you cannot color grade your picture? Learn to color grade your picture to blend with your background. Do you understand? Now I'm going to teach you something very important. Now I'm going to right click and select edit power clip, select the image, go to effect, select adjust, then select let's go to color balance. All right, yes, let's use color balance first of all, and I'm going to go to masters. All right, if you're not using this version of CorelDraw, I'm using CorelDraw 2024. All right, I'm modern. So if you don't have this version, DM me. If you're not subscribed and you're not following me on Instagram, do not send me a DM. And if you're sending me a DM, please go straight to the point. Stop asking me how are you doing. I'm fine. All right, now what you're going to do is you can see this background is kind of brownish and reddish in color. So we have red here, so increase this red. You understand? Increase the magenta or decrease, use -16. Then add some yellow to it because we have yellow over here. Reduce this red first of all. Once you do that, you can see it's blending. Increase the red, the yellow, then magenta, increase. You got it? If you don't get it, forget about it. Now use 16 -26 -20 as your settings. Do not say I didn't tell you. Now click on OK. That is just it. Do you understand? Do you understand? You're not subscribed, that's why. Now go to effect again, select adjust, and go to if you don't have this version, you're going to see brightness and contrast. Please select brightness and contrast. We're on the same page, right? Now on this version, if you're using this one, go to image adjustment lab. Image adjustment lab. Right now, go to contrast, increase the contrast, As you can see, click on OK. Now what are you seeing? It has blended with this background. You can see the color grading is looking fine. All right, it's popping out just the way your clients always say, let it pop. Now, right about that, I'm going to select my rectangle tool and draw a box here, then give it a black color. Now, make sure you remove, you can see there's a black line here. Please always remove it by going to this. Right click on it, then you're going to change this to 100% black. Double click on this color thumbnail over here and basically select your color viewer, select your color model, change it to RGB. Do you understand? This is RGB. This is CMYK. This is RGB. Now click on OK, select your transparency tool and fade out this edge. Then you're gonna, I told you guys, transparency is used to reveal or hide. Do you understand? To reveal or hide, you can hide something with it, or you can reveal that thing back. I don't know if you understand. I'm making noise. All right, so we're going to reveal this by selecting on this white node. If you want to reveal, just increase this. Now you have revealed, you have hide. You see, I'm hiding and I'm revealing. So right about that, you can see this is what you're going to have. So basically, reveal it to 9% pixels, then scale this up this way, and that's what you're going to have. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to basically double click on this, flip it this way, bring in this guy this way. All right, because I just want that place to be a bit dark. Not really dark, but dark. Get the darkness, I mean. Then use shift page down to take it behind fill. Then use control plus page up to bring it back to life. All right, so we're going to just take that in the a bit. All right, so that's basically what we are going to have. So the next thing we're going to do is all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this guy. All right, before then, let me bring in my logo. Place it just right here. All right, I'm going to bring in this logo, place it just right here. All right, about that, what I'm going to do is I want to scale this. I want to scale this up. I want to scale this up. I want to scale this up this way. All right, so basically drag this one here this way. So we're going to reveal it. I'm just adjusting, guys. So you can basically use my settings. All right, use my settings. So you can change that to something 17 pixels. Now this is what you're going to have. So basically put your logo over here. Come over to your notepad and copy your text. So like I said, these are the names of the fonts we'll be making use of over here. So select your text, copy, Ctrl C to copy. Then select your text to drop here, Ctrl V to paste, copy and paste. Then let's give it a white color so we're going to see what we're doing. So right about that, I'm going to cut this new salmon. Like I told you how I got the background for this. All right. So the font I'll be making use of this is called I can't pronounce this, but that's the name there. I'm going to put the names for you guys in the down description. So if you have the font, if you don't have, please go to dafonts.com to get it. All right. So I'm going to put my cursor here, break it apart, scale this up this way. Use Ctrl plus K to break it apart, or you can come over to this text to. All right. Oh, not really text to. Go to objects. You can see break new salmon apart. Like I said, Ctrl plus K is written boldly there. You can see. So what you're going to do is you're going to scale this up, just right about that. Scale that up, bring it here, and reduce this, and place it just right here. So guys, I'm going to teach you one trick which I've been teaching you guys that you guys don't like to understand and you don't want to learn. So I'm going to teach you that trick today. All right, so we're going to teach you the trick today. So this is the trick, guys. Now, if you basically don't know the color to use in some of your designs, I'm going to teach you something very important, right? If you don't know, like, okay, I don't know the color to use, like I'm confused, Okay, let me put yellow. Oh, yellow is not working. Okay, let me put pink. Oh, pink is not going. Let me give it red. Red is not going and it's going off, but like white is kind of working, working, but I don't want white to be here. Do you understand? So basically go to your what's it called, transparency tool, right? Go to your blend mode, like I say, for blending, then change overlay, change it to overlay, right? Once you change it to overlay, once you change it to overlay, copy it, paste it again. How are you seeing the blending? Copy, paste it again. How are you seeing the blending? It's blending like it's blending, like it's blending. Paste it again, you will see the blending. What I did was I was pasting. You can see everything is plenty here. It's much. So I was just blending it. Very simple as that. Very simple. Like you can see, it's blending to the design. So we're having some yellowish. We have yellow here. We're having some whitish. We have white here. We have white here. So you see the color is blending. All right. So that is making more sense to me than just giving it a random color. So now I'm going to bring in this guy and scale it up this way. Once I scale it up this way. All right. Then what I'm going to do is let me reduce this. I'm going to select my transparency to fade out this edge, fade out this. So once I fade it out, I'm going to go to my effect, select adjust, select. Okay, let's use color balance and see what we got. All right, same balance apply to this. Click on OK. Remember, you've set it before. That's why it applied automatically. For those of you who don't understand, I have to explain everything. All right, so right about that, what you're going to do is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to cut using Ctrl+X, paste it here. So the font I'll be making use of this is called the Campton Book Black. So I'm going to just type that here, Campton Book. Campton Book, all right, black. And I'm going here, it has brothers and sisters. So go in there and select the brothers and sisters in there. And reduce this, basically. Bring this one here. Reduce this guy. And make sure it's aligned properly. Reduce this guy. And bring this guy down here. Then make sure this is capital letter. All right, title case, and that is it, brothers and sisters. That is it. And right about that, what we're going to do now is I'm going to select this, group it, then make sure this is aligned properly. All right, as you can see, it is aligning and it's aligning. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring in this background. All right, I want something coming out from that Bible, kind of. All right, so I'm going to place this here. Forget about the black background. We're going to blend it properly. So I'm going to select my transparency tool, go to my merge mode or my blending mode and change it to screen. But before we do that, you can see we're having some cutout here. So we're going to just, before we apply that, fade out this edge, convert it to bitmap. So why am I converting to bitmap? I've explained before. To fade out multiple edge in CorelDraw, you have to bitmap it so you can fade out. So without that, you cannot fade out multiple edges. All right. So change this to RGB. Click on OK. Now fade out this part. Right about that, you can apply and let's see the finish. All right. So we're not done. Convert to bitmap again. Just be checking the outputs to see what you have before you finalize that you're done. So that is basically what I need in this place, right? That's what I need. Basically, nothing more, nothing serious. All right, so basically something coming out from there, and that is it. That is it for now, guys. So I'm gonna bring in this guy down, and that is it, guys. So let's bring this one, and that is it. So I'm gonna cut this one. So make sure you're saving your work. Make sure you're saving your work. All right. So the font I'll be making use of this is called Trajax Pro. Trajax Pro. All right. So let's leave that to the light one. So I'm going to basically bring this one here, reduce it, John 5:1:15. All right. So I'm going to just put this one up here. And that is it, guys. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this starting May 26th. It has passed, guys. I've not been active. That's why I've not made this flyer for you guys, but I'm back. All right. So what I'm going to do is basically use Campton book for this. Right. You understand? All right. Select the bold one. Once you select the bold one, you can reduce this. Use Ctrl K to break it apart. Then change it to uppercase. Use highlight it, Ctrl A. Then use Shift F3 to select uppercase. That is capital letter. Uppercase simply means capital letter. If you don't understand, that is it. So right about that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this. Bring this guy down here. Then for this one, this is the church website and the church email. All right, church website and the church email. So I'm going to change the font to Campton book. Bring this guy down here, reduce it, and make sure it's at the middle. It's at the middle point, and that is it. So bring this guy down, bring this one down. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and we're going to extract this, guys. All right, we're going to extract this, guys, by going to bitmap it, convert it to bitmap, go back to bitmap again, select mode, select black and white, then make sure your conversion method is on line art. All right, then increase this. All right, just click on OK. All right, you can come over to this straight bitmap, select outline trace, then select line art, and that is what you're going to have, guys. So basically, you're going to wait for this to load, and while it's loading, you're doing me a favor by subscribing to this channel. All right, so you can see the before, you can see the after, then click on OK, and this is what you're going to have. So what you're going to do now is delete the one you don't need, and once you're done with that, you can actually change the color to whatever color you want, but we're going to maintain white. Don't be a color riot person. You understand? Then go back to bitmap, convert this to bitmap, and select mode just as we did earlier, right? Then click on OK, trace bitmap, line art, outline trace, line art, and wait for that to load. You're going to see the before and the after here. So you can see the before, after has the transparency, right? Now click on OK. Then take this out, delete the one you don't want, come over to this, do the same to this guy. Do you understand? I know you don't understand, but you're not subscribed and you're shy to ask me questions. So subscribe to ask me questions. Do you understand? Now this is the before and this is the after of this. Now we're going to just click on OK and remove this, delete this, and that is it. So right about that, what we're going to do is I'm going to delete this one, because like I said, delete the ones you don't need. I'm deleting the one I don't need. So if you think you need them, you can leave them there. So right about that, this is the website. So we're going to bring the website to this. So we're going to reduce this, bring it here. All right. Then you're going to come over to the website, reduce this guy. All right. Reduce this guy. Reduce this guy. Bring it here. All right. And that is it, guys. So the next thing we're going to do is remove this. Bring this one, give it let's give it orange. All right, let's give it orange. Let's give it orange instead of yellow. So we're gonna reduce this and bring it this guy over here, and that is what we're gonna have. So finally, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna bring in my rectangle tool here and draw a line here. All right, so draw a line here, and basically you're gonna give it a red color. A what? A red color. Repeat after me. A red color. Red. So use shift page up to bring it forward. And what you're going to do is make sure the red is reddish. Like RGB red. This is CMYK red. Like it's red. So to make it pop, come over to your color thumbnail over here. Double click on it. And go to your color viewer. Come over to your color model. RGB, then look at the difference. So that is it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to select our shape tool, and we're going to corner around this part, and leave that to that. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to bring in this guy over here, this guy, and fill out this part, convert it to bitmap, fill out this part, convert it to bitmap. All right, why am I converting to bitmap is because I don't want some lines to be showing here. Sorry, why am I fading it out? So that the lines won't show. Do you understand? So select blending mode and change it to screen. And now what you're going to do is just use your horizontal mirror to flip it this way. Make it smaller. That is looking like a church window. A church window. Do you understand? If you don't understand, that is just it. Anyway, scale this light flare up. Once you scale it up, cut it, Ctrl X, go into the frame, paste it here, then select your blending mode to screen. All right, so once you do that, don't overdo it, guys, so that it will not look so awkward in your design. So I'm going to bring one over here. All right, so I'm going to bring one here, and that is it, guys. So if you're confused in any way, this is how we design this church flyer in CorelDraw. If you have any question, please drop me a comment in the comment section below, and see you guys in my next video.